So already yesterday we have seen what is the force that is experienced by the charged particle when it is moving in an electric field and in a magnetic field. Okay, what is the force experienced? What is the path of the trajectory of the charged particle when it is moving in a either the magnetic field or electric field? Okay, now the same thing, what is Lorentz force? Therefore the Lorentz force here is nothing but, it is a force, once again it is nothing but, Lorentz force is nothing but, it is a force experienced by a charged particle which is moving in a space where both electric and magnetic fields are present. That's it. Okay, so you know very well both the fields we have seen separately. Okay, what is that? If a charged particle is moving in an electric field, it experiences a force that is equal to Q into E, right? When the charged particle is moving in a magnetic field, it experiences a force that is F, that is equal to Q into V cross B. Now, what do you mean by Lorentz force? Lorentz force means, what is that? It is the force experienced by the charged particle, okay, which is moving in space where both electric and magnetic fields are present. Both the fields are present. Okay, therefore that is what is called Lorentz force. Therefore, very simple then, what is a force experience? Now, for example, force due to electric field. Therefore, force on the charged particle in electric field. In electric field, let the field be uniform because there is no need to say both the fields are uniform. Okay, therefore that is equal to, let me give that name, that is F, that is force due to electric field na. So F E, force due to electric field, and that is nothing but QE. Okay, therefore F, it is okay, FE, and this is QE. FE is equal to QE. What is FE? It is a force on the charged particle moving in electric field. Like that, this is equation number 1. Already we have seen these things. Now next one is, what is the force on the charged particle moving in magnetic field? Okay, therefore let it be FB, magnetic field. Okay, therefore what is that FB? FB, that is equal to, already you know, that is equal to Q into V cross B. Are you following? Therefore, now what is it? Therefore, what is Lorentz force? You know that, and this is what is called. See, what is the Lorentz force? Therefore, total. What is the Lorentz force? F. Therefore, due to both, the Lorentz force is nothing but the force on a charged particle moving both in electric and magnetic field. Therefore, F, Lorentz force.
Add कर देना.
That's it. Okay, Lorentz force F, that is equal to force due to electric field plus force due to magnetic field. That's it. Okay, therefore that is nothing but QE plus Q into V cross B. Okay, therefore you can say F, that is equal to Lorentz force, F, that is equal to Q into E plus V cross B. Okay, therefore this is the Lorentz force. Are you following? So this is the X, that's a very simple. Therefore Lorentz force is nothing but, what is it? It is a force experienced by the charged particle which is moving in a space having both electric and magnetic fields. Therefore, already we have studied what is the force on a charge in an electric field and what is the force on a charge moving in a magnetic field, and both then you will get disturbance. Once again, coming back is a problem for me. See, sometimes no, it is not responding. Okay. So F that is equal to, therefore F is equal to Q into E plus V cross B. So this is a total Lorentz force. Okay. There, Lorentz force, therefore it has two components. One is the force due to electric field, the other is force due to magnetic field. Therefore, how to name it? Therefore, the part Fe is there now. Therefore, the Fe, here it is what is called electric Lorentz force. And here Fb is what is called magnetic Lorentz force. Okay. Therefore, total is F is equal to Lorentz force. Here it has two components. It is electric component and another one is, what is that? Magnetic component. Electric Lorentz force and magnetic Lorentz force. That is it. Is it clear, children? So this is a Lorentz force. So this is what is called a Lorentz force. Okay. That's very simple. Right. Now special cases. Okay. Now having known what is a Lorentz force, let us go for special cases. Okay, number 1. First one. What is the, see here, but the first case is when here 3 vectors are there, V, B and E are vectors here. Okay, so now when V, the vector V, that is velocity of the particle, you know, and it, here what is it? B and E. All the 3 vectors, okay? If V, B and E, if all these are collinear, if all these are collinear, what I think you have idea about what is collinear now? You have? What is collinear?
The same line.
Moving either parallel or you can even anti-parallel. Okay. So if therefore, what is when V, B, E are collinear? Okay, therefore what will happen? The charge particle either it will move parallel, what is V? Yeah, but V is in the same direction as that of B and E. It is moving, for example, V is, the charge particle is moving, okay, in the same direction as E and B. All are in the same direction. Okay, therefore, that time what will happen? If you know, already we have seen what is the electric Lorentz force, electric component of Lorentz force, therefore that is equal to Q into E. Q into E, correct? Therefore this is electric Lorentz force, right? But this is the electric Lorentz force, right? But what do you say about the magnetic Lorentz force? We'll come back to electric Lorentz force after. What is magnetic Lorentz force? FB. FB that is equal to Q into V cross B and up. Because all here V and B are collinear. What is the angle? Angle is 0. Okay, or it may be 180. Therefore, it is V. V QVB sine 0. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, therefore that is equal to 0. So, listen, when all the 3, V, B and E, velocity, magnetic field, velocity of the particle, that is it's moving parallel to the magnetic field and electric field, then what happens? That it will not experience any force due to the magnetic field. That is already known. Whenever a charged particle moves parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field, it will not experience any force. And even we have already, one more we have seen that when the charged particle is at rest in the magnetic field, it will not experience any force. But it experiences force due to the electric field, definitely. Okay, therefore what is the force due to electric field? That is F, that is equal to Q into E. Therefore, I think because the particle is experiencing a force due to electric field, there will be some acceleration. Definitely, the particle will be getting some acceleration. Sure, because what is that? It is experiencing some force due to though magnetic field, because of magnetic field no force it is experiencing, but it is experiencing some force due to electric field. Hence, therefore the particle definitely it has to be accelerated. Therefore, what will be the acceleration here? It is QE by, what is that? M. QE by M. Okay, therefore the particle will get acceleration only because of the electric field. Are you following? Therefore, now very important is because it is accelerated, therefore definitely what will happen? There will be some change in the speed. There will be some change in the speed. But here electric field is in this direction and the velocity of the charge particle is also in the same direction. Therefore, there is no chance for any change in the direction of motion of the particle. Because of this force, because of the force due to electric field, because electric field is also in the same direction. Okay, therefore what will happen? It will be accelerated. Of course, it will be accelerated, but there won't be any change in the direction. But its speed will change. Definitely, its speed will change, but there is no change in the direction of motion. Okay, therefore speed is changing. Therefore, but definitely velocity will change. Speed is changing means magnitude is changing means definitely velocity will change. Okay, therefore the kinetic energy of the charge particle definitely it will change. Are you following? And also what will happen to the momentum? Momentum, Ayushri?
Ma'am, it will change.
Why it will change?
Because it depends on velocity.
Yeah, mv. Okay, p that is equal to mv. See, speed is changing, velocity why changing, magnitude is changing, but there is no change in the direction. Okay, but velocity is changing. Velocity is changing means definitely the momentum will change, kinetic energy of the particle will change, everything will change. Are you following? Is it clear? Except what is the direction will not change. Okay, right. This is the number one, first case. Okay, second case. Second case is, see, when V, B and E are mutually perpendicular. All are mutually perpendicular. All the three are mutually perpendicular. Okay. And in this, one more I am telling. In this, all are mutually perpendicular. And in this situation, okay, if the value of E and B, okay, are such that, listen to me very carefully. See, all the three are perpendicular, fine. And there, the value that is E and B, that is E vector, the electric field and magnetic field are such that, okay, the total Lorentz force, what is total Lorentz force? Fe plus Fb. Okay, that becomes 0. That becomes 0. See, listen here. There are the second case is V, B, E are perpendicular. Mutually, all the three are perpendicular. In addition to that, the E and B are such that there is no force that is acting on the charge particle. Lorentz force is equal to 0. If the Lorentz force is 0, there is no acceleration in the particle. The particle will not get net force that is acting on the particle is 0. It is acted upon by, what is that, E and B. But E and B are such that net force equal to 0. Net force equal to 0 means what do you say about E and B, Fe and Fb? Fe and Fb. Can you tell me? The magnitude of Fe and Fb. Magnitude of Fe should be equal to Fb, na? Are you following? The particle will pass.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Therefore, that is, the acceleration should be, what is that? The force due to magnitude of force due to electric field and the magnitude of force due to magnetic field, okay, will be equal, both are same. Both are same. Are you following? Therefore, you can say QE that is equal to QVB. Why QVB sin theta nahi hai? Why? Because VBE all are perpendicular. Are you following, children? Is it clear? Are you following?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Therefore,
Yes, ma'am.
therefore QE that is equal to, so QE is equal to QVB. Okay. Therefore, what do you say about here? What is V? V here, the velocity of charge particle here is nothing but E by B. E by B. Are you following? Therefore, very, very important. Very important here. See, this concept, that is, what is that? If VB and E are mutually perpendicular to each other, and also E and B vectors are such that net force acting on the charged particle is 0. Therefore, there is no acceleration. The acceleration of the charged particle, that is equal to 0. That is nothing but F by m. Total Lorentz force divided by m. Total Lorentz force divided by m, and that is also equal to 0. It means that the particle will pass through the field without any change in its velocity. Why? Because there is no net force is 0 now. There is no force that is acting on the particle. In the first case, at least there is a force due to electric field here. But here, E and B are such that net force that is equal to 0 means there is no force due to electric field and no force due to magnet. Both will, what is that? If you add both, it has to be equal to, it is 0. If in that case, the charged particle, okay, will pass through both the fields. Both the fields will be there, but it won't get influenced by both the fields. Okay, without any change in its velocity, the particle will move. Okay, therefore, if that is the case, then what is the velocity of the charged particle? Therefore, that is, in that case, what is the velocity? Velocity is equal to E by B. Velocity is equal to E by B. Okay, therefore, this is a very, very important. For a given electric and magnetic field, the velocity is constant. Correct? Therefore, see, this concept is used. This concept is used in a device what is called velocity selector. This concept is used in the device what is called velocity selector. For example, in a region if there is a charge particle, only one charge particle, okay, and it is moving with different velocities, and I want to pick up a definite velocity, the charge particle with a definite velocity, then I can apply, okay, in the space where the charge particles are moving, there I have to apply the electric and magnetic field such that net force for that particular, what is that? E by B. V is equal to E by B. I have to apply which velocity I need. Which velocity of the charge particle I need. I want to separate. Accordingly, you have to apply your E and B so that only the charge particle which is moving with the velocity that is equal to E by B, exactly, that will, okay, move without any change in its velocity. It's just like that, without any influence. But other particle, either it will be deflected this side or that side, because what is that? Because there they have some net force. Other particles, they have some net force, therefore they will be deviated. But only the particle, what is it? If I want for a charge particle with 2 meters per second only, I want. Okay, therefore my E and B should be such that, okay, it is 4 Newton per coulomb divided by 2 Tesla. Correct? Are you following? Is it clear? Therefore, if you consider what is that will give you, what is that? Your required velocity, that is 2 meters per second, so that particle will be separated from the other charged particles. Okay, so like this velocity selector is, this concept is used in a velocity selector. Is it clear, children? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we go to the next topic? Next we will see some numericals now. Okay. Okay, numericals, whatever we have seen so far with that. Okay, right. Now. Okay. The first problem now. See, here you can write a beam of, am I going fast? Am I going fast? You want me to go slow?
No, ma'am.
What, Shivani?
Ma'am, okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Because,
yes,
okay. So there are some people really, they are very open. That is why I want to ask them. Others, you are silent. No, I'm not able to understand what you want actually. So just be open. Just you ask whatever. If there is any problem, you stop me then and there. A beam of ions with velocity 2 into 10 power 5 meter per second, see, enters normally into the uniform magnetic field of what is the Tesla? 0.04 Tesla. If the specific charge of the ion is 5 into 10 power 7 coulomb per kilogram, find the radius of the circular path. Very simple. You see, now a beam of ion with a velocity is given. First I told you many times, what is that? Every time what are all the data given, first you write. That time itself you will come to know what formula you have to use. Okay, therefore what is a V, velocity of the charge particle is given. Okay. V, velocity of the charge particle V, that is equal to 2 into 10 power 5 meter per second. Fine. Okay, then, and what is the magnetic field? It is entering into the magnetic field of 0.04 Tesla, and that too it enters normally. Therefore, what is the angle between V and B? Theta, that is equal to 90 degrees. Okay,
90.
right. Now, specific charge of the ion is given. What do you mean by specific charge? Yesterday we have seen, no? What is specific charge?
Q by M.
Yeah, Q by M. I told you charge per mass, unit mass. Okay. Therefore, what is given? Q by M is given. Value separately Q and M are not given, but specific charge means Q by M value is given, and that is 5 into 10 power 7 coulomb per kilogram. Fine. So everything is given, and what you are asked to find out what is the radius of the circular path. I think, see, you know, because it is entering normally, definitely it will move in a circular path only. Correct? In a magnetic field, when it is entering, yesterday we have seen, no? If it is exactly entering normally to the magnetic field, means it will trace a circular path. If it is making an angle theta randomly, if it is entering, then it has both the components, perpendicular velocity as well as parallel component of velocity. That time it moves in a helical path. But in this case, it very clearly given it enters normally to the magnetic field, but theta is 90 degree. So there is no chance for helical path here. It moves only in a circular path. Why? Because there is no parallel component. Is it clear, children? Therefore, now what you here QVB, because you know very well how it is moving in a circular path, because of a centripetal force. The force on a charged particle due to the magnetic field is nothing but QVB sin 90. That is QVB ho jayega na. That is F that is equal to Q into V cross B है ना. Okay, therefore it is QVB sin theta. इसमें theta is 90, therefore you will be getting only QVB, and that QVB that is equal, that gives you necessary centripetal force. That is why it is moving in a circular path. Therefore, what is your R? Therefore, R is equal to MV by BQ. MV by BQ. Okay, therefore, but I don't have the individual values of M and Q. Therefore, what I want to express in terms of Q by M, therefore, yesterday we have seen this. V divided by B into Q by M. Correct? Are you following, children? Okay, therefore, substitute. Now, that's all. Now, you substitute all the values so that you will be getting V. What is V? V is 2 into 10 power 5 divided by 0.04 into Q by M is 5 into 10 power 7. Okay, therefore, that gives you the final answer. Anyone can do? Can it?
0.1.
0.1? Yeah, 0.1, correct. Now readily you are keeping a calculator with you. Good. At least you are trained now. 0.1 meter. Are you following? Is it clear? Therefore, the radius of the path is 0.1 meter. Understood? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Shall we go to the next problem? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Ponnerilandi, are you here? Ponnirulandi, you have given the attendance.
Yes, ma'am.
You are here? Okay, you are able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next question. See, if you ask any question only, then I'll be happy. Okay, just like that. There is no regular class also, no? I told many times, ask some question. Okay, I don't want a passive class. Anyhow, we will see. Second question, an electron. This is also a simple question only, you see. An electron of mass 9 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram under the action of the magnetic field moves in a circle of radius 2 centimeter at a speed of 3 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Right. Okay. Now, if a proton of mass 1.8 into 10 power 27 kilogram were to move in the circle of same radius in the same magnetic field, what is its speed? Find its speed. See, first electron is moving in a circular path of radius is 2 centimeter and with a speed is 3 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Now I want the proton, okay, in a magnetic field, okay, I want a proton of mass 1.8 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram were to move in a circle of same radius and same magnetic field, then find its speed. Okay, now B is not given because the same magnetic field, I think it will cancel. That is, it is not going to matter here. Anyhow, we will see. What are all the things given now? What is mass of the electron is given? ME. ME, that is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. Right. Then, what is the radius? Radius of what is RE, you can also go. RE, that is equal to 2 centimeter. Okay, therefore it is 0.02 meter. Convert, immediately you convert, otherwise you may forget. Okay, so next one, speed is given, that is VE is given, that is 3 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Right. Okay, and what else? Mass of the proton is given now. Mass of the proton, that is 1.8 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram. This is also given. Okay, therefore, and what is the same radius? Therefore, radius of proton is also equal to 0.02 meter and magnetic field is also same, but what you want is what is the velocity of this. Okay, so this is what is required. Now, how to find out? See, we want. Okay, so once again, this circular path means immediately you have to go to QVB. Circular path, it is moving means definitely it is perpendicular. Otherwise, it will not move in a what is a circular path. Once the charge particle is moving normal, only then it will trace a circular path. So there is no need to every time say that what is that 90. It is circular path means theta is equal to 90. Okay, therefore you can write QVB is equal to mv squared by r. Okay, therefore what is your V? Therefore V, that is equal to BQR by M. BQR by M. Are you following? Now what I want? Well, I want VP. Okay, therefore let me have VP is equal to, okay, let me, if you want me to write both like that, see, PP, that is equal to B. B is same for both, don't go for okay, and Q, electron and proton, they are having the same charge. Okay, so that is also not going to matter, but here it is R. What is R? R is also same. Okay, let it be RP divided by QP, BP, let it be divided by MP. Correct? VP. And what is your VE? VE, what is the velocity? That is nothing but B, Q, velocity of electron. Okay, E, R, E divided by M, E. Okay, now what I want is VP. So what can I do? Well, VP by VE karo usme. VP by VE, that is equal to, okay, B QP RP divided by MP divided by B QE RE by ME. Okay, everything will cancel. B cancels, charge of proton, charge of electron is same, and it is given both are having same radius दिया है ना इसमें. Okay, so the circle of same radius, therefore radius is also same only, everything will cancel. Therefore you will be getting VP by VE, that is nothing but ME by MP na. ME by MP. Now ME and MP are known only, it is given. What is ME? ME is, you know, anyhow, 9 into 10 power minus 31 divided by, what is MP? MP is 1.8 into 10 power minus 27. Can you find out VP by
10 power minus 4.
Yeah?
5 into 10 power minus 4.
5 into
10 power minus 4.
Therefore, okay. Now I don't want a VP by V because they are not asking the ratio. No, we are asked to find what? Why unnecessarily unwanted things try to find? Okay. So what you are asked to find only VP only, no? Correct? Therefore, what is your VP? Therefore, VP that is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 31 divided by 1.8 into 10 power minus 27. इसमें क्या? What is VE? VE कितना है? What is VE ma? 3 in 10 power 6, huh? What is VE? 3 into
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
into 3 into 10 power 6. Correct? Okay. So now you can calculate. What is the value?
1.5 into 10 power 10 to the power minus 10.
1 point?
5.
1.5
Into 10 power
10 power.
into 10 power 3.
Very good. Meter per second. Correct? So 1.5 in 10 per kilometer per second. 1.5 kilometer per second. It is moving. Okay. So it is the velocity of proton is 1.5 in kilometer per second. Got it? Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Shall we go to the next question then? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is the next question? Okay. See. An alpha particle is moving in a magnetic field of 3I plus 2J Tesla. Now it is given in vector notation. Okay. What is 3I plus 2J Tesla? And with a velocity of 5 into 10 power 5 I meter per second. Okay. What will be the magnetic force acting on the particle? Magnetic force means, what is a magnetic force? Magnetic Lorentz force. Okay. Therefore, what is the magnetic force that is acting on the particle? What is the formula? What is given first? You tell me. An alpha particle is moving in a magnetic field. Magnetic field is given. Therefore, what is your B? B, what is B here? 3I plus 2J Tesla. Fine. And what is the velocity of the charged particle? V. That is equal to 5 into 10 power 5 I, because it is moving in along the x direction, right? Now we are asked to find out what is your F. And what else is given? It is alpha particle. Alpha particle means, can you give me the charge of alpha particle? Alpha particle is nothing but helium nucleus. I think you have idea.
Yes, two into electrons, right?
2e.
2 and 2.
2e. Correct? Charge. Because they have not given alpha particle. That's all. That you have to, you should know what is the charge of alpha particle. That is Q. That is equal to 2 into E. So that is also known now. Therefore, now you have to find out F. How to find? Cross product na. What is F here? What is F? That is nothing but Q into V cross B na. Are you following? So it is F is nothing but Q into V cross B. Therefore cross product, last year we have studied now how to find out cross product V cross B. Therefore I, J, K. Can you recall? I for V. What is V? V 5 in 10 power 5I. Therefore here it is में 10 power 5. Okay. इसमें तो J and K component नहीं है. Therefore 0 0 करो. ठीक है ना? Then B has I and J components. I component क्या होता है इसमें 3. J component is 2 and K component is 0. Therefore I think I taught you last year. Okay. Therefore I think whether you have vector in your mathematics now this year or last year. You have?
This year, ma'am.
This year. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, last day we have seen cross product now. What is, now you tell me, I, if I want, I. Therefore, I means column and row should be neglected. I told you, no? Okay. If I neglect, I, what F is equal, therefore F is equal to, what is I component? I, wherever this one and this should be neglected. Then I, after that I is J, therefore 0, 0. Minus 0 into 2. I think you, whether can you recall it? Can you recall cross product?
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
so
yes,
I component if you want, I column and row you neglect. Next to I is J. ऊपर से 0 into 0, 0 into 0. Okay. Minus 0 into 2. Okay. Therefore it will be 0. Are you following? Okay. Next one. Next one is the J. J component. How to find out J component? J component 10 power कितना है वो? 10 power 5 है ना? Okay. O भी 0 है ना? O भी 0 है ना? J. See,
yes,
this 0. And this K 0 into 3 minus 0 into 5 into 10 power 5. Correct? Therefore that will also be equal to 0. है ना? Plus K component now. What is that K? K is this and this will go. Therefore, you will be getting. What is K component? Can you tell me? Who will tell me? Akansha. Akansha hai?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, 5 into 10 power 5.
5
into 2 minus 0 into...
into 2 minus 0. Correct?
0.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Therefore, that right. Therefore, that is nothing but that is not. It is into Q na. Into Q na. F. Everything. F is equal Q into V cross B na. Okay. This is only V cross B. This is nothing but V cross B. Therefore, F is equal to Q into V cross B. Q is nothing but क्या है 2E है ना? Okay. Therefore, you will be getting F that is equal to 2 into E is, what is charger, electronic charger? 1.6
into 10 minus 6 into 10 minus
19 coulomb into, ये तो 10 है ना? 10 into 10 power 5, correct?
10 into 10 power 5.
10 to power 6.
Yeah.
10 power 6.
Okay, 10 power 6.
10 power 6.
Okay. Therefore, what will be the final answer? What will be the final answer?
3.2 into 10 to power minus 13.
10 power minus 13. Correct? Newton. That's it. Yeah. What is missing? What is missing? Can you tell me?
E.
Huh? क्या है? What is missing here?
Direction.
Direction. Good. K. है ना? Otherwise it doesn't. See, because it's only K component, it is force is acting along Z direction. Okay, K component, Newton. Are you following? Hope you are following, children. Understood? Mohit?
Yes, ma'am.
Mohita?
Yes, ma'am.
All? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Shall we go to the next question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Next question is I think this one. Yeah, see, this is a okay question. Actually seems to be very big, but it is very simple. See, a beam of proton enters a uniform magnetic field, value is given, of 0.3 Tesla. It is Tesla. 0.3 Tesla. Okay. With a velocity of 4 into 10 power 5 meter per second at an angle of 60 degrees. It is not, see, theta is equal to 60. That is very, very important. That's why I have selected this question. So far it is normal and it is takes a circular path like that. But here, what is it? It is moving, it is entering into the field with an angle not at 0, not at 90, but at 60 degrees. Okay, with a magnetic field. Right, very good. Find the radius of the helix. Therefore, definitely it it will move only in a spherical path. Because what is it? It has at an angle of 60 degrees, mean it has both the components, parallel and perpendicular component. Perpendicular component will, because of perpendicular component, it will move in a circular path, and because of parallel component will move in a linear path. Combining both, it will be moving in a helical path. That is what we saw yesterday, right? So find the radius of the helical path taken by the beam. Also find the pitch of the helix. What do you mean by pitch of the helix? See, very important. That's why, see, also find the pitch of the helix. What is it? It is the distance traveled by the proton parallel to the magnetic field during one period of rotation. What do you mean by that? Pitch means it is a linear distance traveled by the particle, okay, when it completes one full rotation. Okay, therefore it is a horizontal distance. It is a horizontal distance traveled by the charged particle when it completes one full circular path, because it is moving in a helical path. Okay, therefore what is the perpendicular, what is the horizontal distance that is traveled by the charged particle when it completes one full revolution? Okay, that is the question, right? The mass of the proton is given. Fine, very simple. So what are all the things given? You tell me. Magnetic field is given. What is B? Magnitude is 0.3 Tesla. And what is the velocity of the charged particle is given? 4 into 10 power 5 meter per second. Fine. And the angle is given, that is theta, that is equal to 60 degrees to the magnetic field. Find the radius of the helical path taken. Okay. You are asked to find out the radius of the helical path. That we will, radius of the helical path means that is only because of perpendicular component. Correct? See, very, very important. Radius of the helical path means it is a circular path. The circular path is purely because of the perpendicular component. Correct? Therefore, now you need to find both the components. What is V parallel? Parallel to magnetic field. And what is that? You have to find. See, I'll tell you. See, you have to find. If you want to find out the radius of the helical path, you should have what is V perpendicular. V perpendicular, I think we have represented by V2, right? Therefore, V perpendicular, yesterday's I am telling in a derivation. Anyhow, I'll have it here as what is V first perpendicular component. V perpendicular component, what is the value? V perpendicular component, tell me in terms of V. Upanshu.
Yes, ma'am.
What is V perpendicular? Yesterday we have seen, no?
V sin theta.
That's it. V sin theta, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday we have given some name. V1, V2 kiya na? Okay, here see, consider like this is the magnetic field. Okay, this is the velocity of the charged particle. Okay, therefore I have resolved it into two components. This is theta, that is equal to 60 degrees. O to B cos 60 ho jayega. A to B parallel component hai. Okay, and this is B sin theta. Are you following? The theta is 60. Okay, 60. Is it clear in this present? Are you following? Immediately you should
Yes, ma'am.
say, see, that should not be any, see, sine 60 is maybe 60 here. Okay, therefore, that gives you parallel and perpendicular component here. Once you know, I think you can, so what is V sine 60? V sine 60, that is equal to what is V here? 4 into 10 power 5. And sine 60, what is sine 60? Sine 60?
Root 3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2. Okay, therefore what is the value here? Can you give me?
2 root 3.
2 root 3. Root 3 क्या है?
1.7.
Therefore 10 power 5, 3.464 into 10 power 5.
3.4 into 10 power.
Okay, meter per second. Is it clear? This is the perpendicular, okay, perpendicular component that we got now. Okay, right. That one, that is very, very important. Only then we can solve this problem. Okay. Next one, what is V parallel component? Hope you are following. V perpendicular component. Yesterday we named it at V2 and V1. That's why I think, okay, perpendicular component is V2. Here I have taken V perpendicular. That's all. Okay. Then V parallel component. What is V parallel component? V cos 60 na? Okay. That is nothing but 4 into 10 power 5. What is your cos 60 ma?
1 by 1.
Half. Okay, therefore you will be getting, what is it is 2 into 10 power 5 meter per second. Got it? Therefore, you have now you got V parallel, V perpendicular component are ready. Right. Once both are ready, now you can go to the problem. What is first one? You are asked to find out the radius of the circular path. How to find out the radius of the circular path? The circular path is
MV sin theta by B.
V sine, because circular path is purely due to this V perpendicular, correct? Okay, therefore radius, hope you are following. Okay, radius of, see, when the charge moves perpendicular to the magnetic field, only then it traces it a circular path. Okay, therefore radius of the circular path, radius of the not circular path, here it is helical path na? Now it is radius of the helical, it is not helical path. Okay, it is given by, tell me, QV, kaun sa V? Perpendicular, QVB, that is equal to MV perpendicular squared by R. Okay. Therefore, what is your R? R, that is equal to B. R is equal to, I don't know. R is equal to, what is R?
MV by
MV by BQ.
MV perpendicular by BQ.
MV perpendicular divided by BQ. Okay, therefore I think you can substitute now. Okay, what is M? It is a proton, na? Proton mass of the 1.6 minus 27, and V perpendicular we have found out already, that is 3.464 into 10 power 5. Okay, divided by B. B का value क्या है? 0.3 है? 0.3, and Q is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. That's it. Is it clear? Therefore, calculate. I'll give you. Calculate and give me the value. Yes? No? Are you calculating?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Karthikeyan? Karthikeyan?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer?
1.18 into 10 to the minus 2.
Good. Therefore, it is 1.18 centimeter. Correct? 10 power minus 2. Correct. Okay. Got it? Here
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
not get directly centimeter.
Yes, ma'am.
10 power minus 2 meter. Okay. That is 1.18 centimeter. Are you following? You got it, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, once it is ready, next, what is the next one? What is the next one? Pitch, right? You are asked to find out the pitch of the helix. What is pitch of the helix, therefore? What is pitch of the helix, ma? Tell me. Pitch of the helix. How to find out? That is nothing but distance d. That distance d is nothing but total time taken by the charge to complete one's full revolution.
Velocity into time.
Velocity.
Therefore,
Yes, ma'am.
v cos theta. क्यों cos theta इसमें? Because it is
parallel distance.
parallel. Are you following? Parallel component only because it is a horizontal distance that is traveled, means you have to take only parallel component. Correct? Therefore, into v cos 60. Correct? Are you following, children? Whether it is clear? Whether it is clear, this part. Pitch of the helix. Pitch of the helix is nothing but the horizontal distance travel. Horizontal distance travel is nothing but time into horizontal component of velocity. But now we need to find out t here. T is not known, no. But the formula yesterday, can you recall the formula? T that is equal to 2 pi m by b cube. We have derived. Okay, can you recall? This is the formula for time period. Time of the charge particle to complete one revolution. Yesterday we have seen this, right? Therefore, once you know, you substitute this you also do side by side. 2 into 3.14 into mass 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 divided by B is 0.3 and Q is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Okay, therefore the value of B, that is T, is what? Yes. Tanushri, here. Tanu, what is the answer? Nisha is here. Navinisha. Hannah, are you here? Tanu?
4.18 into 10 to the minus 2.
No. कैसे minus 2 है यार? The 10 for 27, this one.
8 minus 8.
Minus? Around 10 power minus 8. What into 10 power minus 8? Around 21.7 into 10 power minus 8. Are you getting?
No, 20.9 into 10 power minus 8.
Okay, okay. There may be some. It is, what is that? 20?
20.9.
Therefore 21 करूँ फिर? 21
Yes,
into
ma'am.
10 power minus 8.
10 power minus 8.
Are you getting? So time period is ready. 21 into 10 power. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm getting 21.84 into 10 power minus
1.8.
21.84.
8.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 21.8 because it's approximation. Okay, or 21.8. Actually, it is 21.75. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, So it is 20, that is right, 21.8 into 10 power minus 8. Are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
right. Good.
ma'am.
Therefore, now once now T is ready, therefore, what is pitch? Pitch of the helix. You are asked to find out the pitch of the helix, and that is nothing but T into V cos theta 60, and that is T is 21.8 into 10 power minus 8 into, what is your V? V is 4 into 10 power 5. 4 into 10 power 5 cos 60 half.
2 into 10 to the minus.
Correct? Cos 60 is half. Therefore, what is your final answer? 2 into 10 power 5, right. V cos 60 already we have found out. Doesn't matter.
43.6 into 10 power minus 3.
40?
3.3.
43.6 into 10 to the power minus
3.
Okay, correct. 10 power minus 43 means 10 power minus 3, yeah? Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah, correct.
yes.
43.5 millimeter. Correct? So it is moving a distance of 43.5 millimeter. That is the pitch. By the time it completes one revolution, it
43.6.
43 point?
Half
Doesn't
inch.
matter. Okay, no problem. Okay, into 10 power minus 3 meter. Is it clear? Okay, therefore pitch is this. Are you clear with this numerical, children? How to do?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt is there? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.